longer zone were a bit more awkward than kilometer maps. I mean, it's definitely his strength, but it's. I mean, something like the pyramids is definitely not his strength. Well, not that it is his weakness, but it's not a stealth 10 kilometer map that he should shine or excel at. But hopefully we will get a pyramids game than the first one we casted. I very much doubt we will get the same type of match, but let's see. So at the bottom left we have Tagada picking Siren, and at the top right we have Turbo also picking Siren. So it is a Siren mirror matchup. I bet both bans UEF. Let's not forget to switch the scene, otherwise there will be complaints. Let me see if no one cares. Send me a PM. Tagada picked UEF, then Siren, and banned UEF. Turbo did the exact same thing. They both had UEF as the first pick and Siren as the second pick, and they both banned UEF.
That makes a lot of sense. Titans are very strong.
So they are both in agreement of what factions are
Tagada!
best on this map.
What is he doing? Oh, he's idle.
I threw already engineer facing.
He's through already. It came out of the factory on the wrong side.
Okay, quit then.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say Turbo already has the moral advantage. Not only did Tagada mess up his build order, Tagada had to change his color because he thought it was too similar to Turbo.
Oh no!
So you know he's not used to this color.
It's all over.
It's all over.
It was
Turbo already has the moral victory.
It was a changed color Casus Belli. So yeah, we get a Siren mirror matchup. Reasoning why it's first UEF then Siren is because UEF Tech 2 is very strong, Tech 3 is land is very strong, Tech 1 is weaker than Siren. But aside from that, like this is quite a Tech 2 and also Tech 3 heavy map later on. And UEF land is just very good.
This map is not decided on T1, unlike the other game we watched.
Yeah, it's not very common. And Siren, I mean, you can get an advantage in the Tech 1 stage, like Siren will be able to get. At least we'll have a higher chance of getting that because of Mantis speed. But they will get an advantage, but it won't decide the game. And Siren Tech 2 on this map is not very strong, but then again, Tech 3 Rush for Siren, Loyas and Bricks are still great. Especially with recent buffs.
I would like to point out that Tagada is just a bit behind because he's only been building with ACU and 1 NG, whereas Turbo has been assisting with 2 NGs, and now Turbo's an entire air factory ahead. But Tagada is a bit ahead on expansion, so.
That's true. I mean, it's a slight difference in BO, but this is also the reason why I said that the first lap last Pyramids game was kind of bad, because like you see, like you use the first the first 3 minutes of the map to skill as much as possible with the starting reclaim that's near your base, so you need to skill both power and build power as fast as you can. So you're not expanding very far outwards of your spawn area. Like it's minute 3.5, and just now there's engineers leaving the main bases, right?
Yep.
So I mean, it's hard to say who actually has the better opening out from this. I mean, there's slightly faster air from Turbo, but I mean he's going for a bomber. That is good in that case, and he will have some more units.
I think Tagada's was a bit better though. Because his expansion was faster, and the air factory being early doesn't do anything if you make inties, right?
Well, yeah, but he's making a bomber. Now, he went through into
yeah, but Tagada already has air factory making inties, so
that's true.
And Tagada's ahead in score. Look at that.
I mean, yeah, but 30 seconds ago the Turbo was. So what you gonna do about that? True. I cannot believe after that game. I can't believe after that game-throwing mistake of Tagada at the start of his engineer leaving the factory from the wrong side, he is able to make a comeback. Outrageous.
I mean, this is truly what makes Tagada the best FAF player that we have. Nobody else could have come back from such a deficit.
I mean, he did win LotS last year.
Yeah, true.
which I only know because he reminded me of it in Discord. So I saw him saying it in
Yes.
Discord. So otherwise, I wouldn't remember it, man. Aside
Well,
from
the
that,
graphic got it wrong. So
the graphic.
the player cards. Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah,
were
I
player
didn't
cards.
look at those because I mean they're not quite updated, so I figured they were not
Yeah.
that useful.
Yeah.
Uh, the issue is, I think Javi, like that he just gave some random pictures and quotes for players, but he doesn't really know any of the players, so they don't really
Yeah.
make any sense necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. Like the first time around, the quotes were actually funny and the images were actually relevant. This time it's just like making a joke based on the name
Yeah.
without any further insight in the player.
Well, he put a picture of a gorilla for Blast, and that is very fitting. But
Yeah.
a nice bomber
But
from
then he just had a
Turbo.
picture of an Alt F4 keyboard for Alt F4. I mean,
should dude, he can. Okay, Tagda can finish the stack on Land Factory with the Mantis, dude.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need an engineer. Unironically, you
Well,
should do that.
he has like 7 Mantis. That's even better than one engineer. 8 Mantis in the area.
Okay, so there's a transport drop to the middle from Tagada before going to the sides, almost at the exact same
That's
time
fine.
as from Turbo. And I
Yeah.
think I like this a lot more than something like Alta 4 did in the last Pyramids game, and something that's
Yeah,
Aldous talked about as well, where they said like, shouldn't you just transport in the middle and make all your production there? But I think you should do a bit of a mix of both. Like make some factories in the middle, mostly for reclaim though. But especially as
yeah,
Cybern, they make all the production in the main base. I think that's
yeah.
fine. If you,
ACU getting some value. These are some nice kills for free.
yeah, that is a nice. I mean, he didn't have units there, so it's good that he kills the raid. His SU is now having some issues with his brain.
Turbo is like rallying units more aggressively than Tagada, but he's so far not finding too much damage.
Yeah, he needs to watch out. Um, if we look at the unit count, 60 Mantis versus 50. So Tagada is 10 Mantis up at the moment, which is not a
Yeah.
big
And
deal,
Tagada,
but
I think, has just made a lot more T1 production. Like, look at his main. He
yeah,
made like
true.
15 factories before going T2, whereas Turbo made like 8, 10 before going T2.
Turbo is faster Tech 2. Turbo is
He is
already Tech
faster, yeah.
2. Well, Tagada just now started it. Um, Tagada is also being more aggressive with his ASU. The thing is, I think the optimal move here would be for your engineers to drop in this exact location where they dropped. Uh,
Mm.
is my paint tool? Yeah, it just broke. uh,
Why? Tell me where you want to draw. I will draw it.
yours is also. Oh, it kind of works. Okay. So the engineers get all of this mess here, while the ACU goes in this direction, and
Yeah.
mainly reclaims as much mass that Turbo as he can. But it requires a lot of APM to manually reclaim that.
Yep.
But it is worth it. You can steal like 3k mass from your opponent with that. And every 3k mass that you get instead of your opponent is basically a 6k mass
Yeah.
difference. So
I guess the best area would be like here, because this has like the highest concentration. Just move there, click all the lots
yeah,
there, and then.
exactly. Although it is, of course, very easy to argue that you don't have the time for that when
Yeah,
playing
yeah.
this map.
You probably don't.
So Turbo finished his first PGen, of course, earlier because of the fast Tech 2.
Mhm.
It's also kind of funny. Turbo was being more aggressive with his units early on when he was making less spam, so it didn't quite work out for him. Tagada
Yeah, it
drops.
actually worked out because now he has T2 out, and he can kind of secure his side of the map with
Well,
T2.
we will see that in the next 4 minutes because Tagada has more units out on the
Yeah.
map and he should be able to do more damage with it.
He should, but he's not. Like he
Well,
is kind of idle.
well, okay. This is very unlucky at the top left. One man from Turbo lives on 30 HP, so Tagada should be.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a bomber from him. He secures the top left, while Turbo won't be able to secure the bottom right.
Yeah.
And I mean, the rally points for Tagada are a bit.
They're
I mean,
just too safe. Like why is he's rallying
he is
straight down the
respecting
bottom.
his opponents.
Good
Tagada's
fight from Tagada
e-stalling.
at the bottom.
Holy shit, he's stalling hard, rushing his first pigeon.
Oh,
So that's quite bad. It will be fixed after it's done. He's also floating 2.5k. He should instantly make a second pigeon.
Yep.
I hope he does.
He is not.
Oh,
Turbo is like going straight to T3 land, by the way.
Yeah, I don't dislike that, especially with the support factory upgrade. I mean, his 4 factories in front of his base,
in the front,
all adjacent to the max. They're all going
Okay.
for support factories. He's gonna make some rhinos from that. I mean, it's not really a tech-free rush he's doing. It's barely assisted. It's basically not assisted.
Yeah,
But
he actually has a lot of Tech 2 factories. He has 2 more mid as well, so he actually has like a lot of T2 production.
By the way, Tagada has 150 mantis and 3 rhinos versus 80 mantis and 1 rhino. But there's beetles from Turbo. I knew he would make them. I knew it.
Let's go. Yeah. The thing is, Tagada has such a big mantis advantage, right? And if you look at the map, he hasn't moved them across the halfway mark pretty much anywhere.
He doesn't have intel, and he's still e-stalling again.
Well, he made that one P-gen and didn't make a second one like.
Well, he's making it now.
Yeah, but now he has to rush it up instead of building it well.
I don't think he has to rush it up. I think that's a mistake. I think he can build it without stalling.
Yeah.
Okay, he is going straight to Tech 3 though.
Where's this beetle going? On its stealth mission.
It's gonna die to a random rhino.
Oh.
Rhinos are pretty good against beetles.
Yeah.
Also, there's the only radar from Tagada is in the middle. I know he made a few more.
Well, he's pushing on the bottom now, which is good for him.
Yeah, that's
because there's nothing to stop it, really.
So Tagada is gonna, well, he is not gonna ignore Tech 2, but he's gonna mostly ignore Tech 2. I really hope. Okay, there's some transport queued up for rushed bricks probably. There's Tech 2 air though from Turbo, and it's renegades, which are great against Tech 1 spam. So this entire raid at the bottom right will be basically countered by Tech 2 air.
Does Tagada have inties? He has inties, but I don't think he has enough to win air. Or it'll be pretty close.
Okay, both Turbo and Tagada made gun, but Turbo has stealth with it, so it's slightly better. Nice path finding with his.
I'm very scared for Tagada, to be honest. Like, he doesn't have that many T2 units here. All of Turbo's T2 production is nearby, and Turbo has T2 air.
Yeah, he's making fire beetles as well, but also he has
Tagada could just die.
The one Tech 2 PG is unironically also important. No, he doesn't die. Turbo can die here too, man. If Tagada shift G's behind him, it's gonna be. It depends on the beetles, but it is quite dangerous from Turbo here. Although he does have the air support, of course. But I think his army to the right needs to be brought in. And his army to the top as well. There's quite some rhinos. Yeah, okay, it's fine now.
It's hard to say, but like, would you risk this if you were playing this game? Like, you could easily die with that move.
Well, both.
As either player.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tagada secured the reclaim field kinda around his SU, although he's now retreating.
Yeah. Well, I like this retreat. Like, he pushed and did a little bit of damage, and then he saw the danger and just got out. That's nice.
Yeah, eco-wise, it's very similar. Although reclaim-wise, Tagada is up by 5k mass. Yeah, by 5k, and it's gonna increase a little bit more, I think, because he has a bit more map control. So there's LotS spam already out from both players.
Yeah, and Tagada is upgrading a lot of T3 factories, whereas
Turbo is as well. He's making 4 support factories. So they're both gonna go mass LotS spam into brick spam.
Makes sense.
Sadly, the beetles didn't get quite get the value.
No, they're gonna die to like mantis.
I think one of the issues is the map is a bit too much of a text free rush, and you don't quite have the time to get some nice value from beetles.
Yeah. Oh, these are just completely.
Also, rhinos are just really good against beetles because they just don't miss them. Beetles are fast, but other units can miss them a lot more. Renegades have not quite done as much damage. I'm surprised. This bottom right army from Tagada has 2 MAA. The 2 renegades could have killed 60 mantis for free.
Yeah. And this bottom army, like, it's just mantis, right? But it's still gonna. There's so many mantis, he can still crush all these rhinos.
Yeah, and this is a big reclaim field, man. That's 5k reclaim at the bottom right. Few more
Well,
beats.
clearly, you know, the 15 land fac into T2 is better than the 10 land fac into T2.
No, no, you cannot say that.
Yeah.
I am not giving you that take.
The Beetle, Tagada's ACU, maybe. You know, maybe there's a chance.
Nah, it's not gonna work, man.
Also, I don't think the Beetle should be leading the charge like that. They need to be behind the unit
Yes.
and then going off.
First of all, he can move the beetle and blow up the reclaim easy.
Yeah.
You need 10 beetles or 11 to kill an ACU. And I mean, you still will lose some if you go in, so you need more. Plus, the ACU was around land factories, so pathfinding for beetles will be bad. It's just the thing is, he had the beetles in middle, and I think the beetles in middle are the worst position to have them. He should have sent them to one of the sides where there were big armies grouped up, where pathfinding isn't an issue, because he's like attacking in this pathfinding like choke point, and that's just not how beetles work. Or
big Loya fights top. Okay,
oh,
maybe
yeah.
the Beetles can actually do something here. No, they're not. They're just move commanders.
He's
so
not
they're
big.
Not
He's not micro them. Loya versus Loya is such an awkward fight, man. Because what do? Do you charge Loya? I guess you charge like one Loya at a time in, or you try that.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't like stun each other into oblivion. But this is a win from Turbo. This fight.
Slight win for Turbo.
Yeah. Let's look at the total army count. It's 14k for Tagada. Well, 8k for Turbo. Turbo is on a lot less units, and he's on less income as well. I really think Turbo is missing. Actually, Tagada also has quite some air. Tagada has more air, actually.
Tagada has more inties, yeah.
I think it's the reclaim. 40k reclaim for Tagada versus 25k for Turbo. That's it. That's it. That's the reason why what's happening is happening.
Well, this was the same thing with Robo2 and Turbo Gear, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Reclaim left from Tagada. It is on point, grabbing the reclaim. Like, look, he just dropped Engis to the left, and he's dropping even more right after the fight. And on the right as well, he's grabbing the reclaim from that fight. Yeah, he's just grabbing all the reclaim right now.
He won both corners, so has some extra tech for maxes.
Yeah. Where are the Renegades going? Okay, they're just moving there. Turbo has to probably go for some kind of risky move now. I feel like he's falling further and further behind.
Yeah, okay, his mass income is now a lot worse. He's attacking on the top again with an army, but he's not gonna win this, and Tagada is gonna get the reclaim.
Yeah.
I guess they're
gonna grab the reclaim.
They're kind of sharing it, but...
Yeah. Like, Turbo, the main difference is Turbo is not dropping his Engis to the fights after.
Yes.
Whereas Tagada is.
Let's look at the engineer spreads. I guess the top left it's pretty decent for Turbo, but bottom there's absolutely nothing. Well, Tagada is a really nice
the thing is, the fight happened like a minute and a half ago, and Turbo walked all those engineers from mid. That's why he's only getting there now.
I see, yeah. Yeah, it's really important in these types of maps that you always have 1 or 2 transports to instantly drop engineers where the fight happens.
Yep.
That is so crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, how did Turbo get this max in the mid? Look at this on Tagada's side. How did that happen?
It's a sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Turbo isn't trying to, like, if he just gets nano and drops his ACU like on the left, for example, where the big reclaim field is, because that's 12k reclaim. If his ACU drops there and he wins that, it's fine. Same for the bot. Well, the bottom Tagada already cleaned up, so the top is more important.
Yeah, still. So they just have to fight over this reclaim field. The other option is Tagada's ACU. I feel like is a bit vulnerable where it is. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
The mind of Arch wanders off into ACU snipes once more.
Yes. So juicy.
He has quite some flag. He also has more inties for the last 5 minutes. Tagada is once again e-stalling, making his 42 PGM. I'm curious if Turbo makes it Tech 3 yet. Nope.
Tagada, well, okay, he's not.
Tagada just has more lawyers at the top. I feel like Turbo should make a little bit more E. I mean, they're still going full Loya, but if you're behind on full Loya, then it's just worse for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You have the same unit as your opponent, but just less. So you can't like. It's hard to out micro at that point.
Yeah, you're just playing a losing game.
So I think this is a great example of he needs to use his ASU. He's going home, but he's losing the game hard enough to that he is not allowed to move home with his ASU.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Nano,
Tagada is allowed,
probably.
but he isn't.
Like, he should go home maybe, make nano, and then drop it forward again.
Like this fight at the left, he keeps
It's terrible.
rallying in more units.
Yeah.
He has less.
He's just continually donating mass. Like, I don't know why he keeps going in.
And here's the next batch. It's wave 10 out of 30.
Well, he just has lawyers coming in 4 at a time, and each time he's like, well, my reinforcements are
Oh, there's a big lawyer rate at the back that we missed. It killed 4 Tech 2 Maxes.
Well, I saw it going in, but I saw the gunships. I thought the gunships would kill it sooner. I guess not.
Yeah, but the lawyer is also vet, of course, from killing Maxes. And they have more
Yeah.
HP now. But this fight at the top there's still 12k reclaim. Tagada is...
I mean, it's game winning for Tagada. He's probably grabbed already probably 10k already.
Well, Turbo also grabbed quite a bit of it because of this forward factory, but he's about to lose that. And I think Turbo not using his ASU, that is game losing.
Yeah.
I think with his ASU there, he can afford to fight there. Just the mere threat of an OC is, and also the tankiness of an ASU.
But if you have nano, it's like kind of safe to do it if you have like.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, he does need like 1.5k mass investment for that, but that's instead of 3 lawyers, he has the nano upgrade. It's quite a good trade, I'd say. No, don't move! Okay, there we go. The lawyer at the top left almost died to the PD.
Oh.
Nice movement orders he's queuing up. I guess he doesn't want it to die. Okay, he's dropped a brick at the front, and I think he should have done this transition a lot sooner. Because nice line of PDs. I mean, the brick will get a lot of value over
with the same unit if you have less.
Yeah. Like the brick already killed the lawyer for free. It just killed 700 mass in an instant. Well, lawyer isn't 700 mass, so it's got a bit more, but you know. A few raids at the bottom. Like, Turbo isn't actually that far behind on income compared to Tagada now, but Tagada is using this mass. Oh no, he's not going T3A. What? Well, okay, Tagada, I think he made a mistake. I think going for 9 Tech 3 factories with engineer assistance might be overkill.
Oh yeah, he can't afford that. I mean, he can't afford 9 with his income, pretty much.
1 factory is minus 24 mass per second.
-20, yeah.
Like, he's spending with just these factories all the mass he has, and then he has all the other production as well. Basically, he's preventing himself from ecoing with this.
There's a big fight happening here. The Renegades are doing big damage. At the end, I mean, the Inties are running because there's less, but there's no flak coming or anything.
There's no flak or MAA. Nice beetles.
Nice beetles.
Nice rust. No, guys, I'm so rusty.
Yeah. Tagada 3-0s the guy, and it's just like, oh, I'm so rusty. I play so bad.
Classic Tagada BM.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see me make that? I took the reclaim like 20 seconds later than I should have. There's no flag.
Tagada's way more inches.
I mean, I think, like, army count-wise, it's 15k for Turbo and 45k for Tagada. The only good part is that Tagada now transitioned into bricks, so a lot of his reinforcements will be slow to arrive at the front. But still, he has so many lawyers.
Yeah. I mean, he's just cleared up the entire reclaim field top. Like, he is so fast about grabbing the reclaim. Yeah. I don't know what Turbo can even do at this point.
He's gonna lose mid due to this sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough units. Well, in the RTS genre, more stuff beats less stuff, and we're seeing it here.
The guy with more stuff is winning. So should you only make moles?
Yeah,
Is
but
that how
they're
it
not really
works?
worth that much, right?
I think Turbo is
Not
gonna bow
really
out
worth that.
now. The bricks are
Oh, the
caught
bricks are
out
all
of
getting
position.
stunned, by the way, as well.
Yep.
Okay, pretty good.
Every time I play you, yes.
Well, I'm not even sure. It's Turbo playing bad. Like Tagada is just a little faster on the recon, and he just gets snowballs to small
I think
advantages.
it's a combination of both. I think that Turbo by no way showed his full potential in this game. I mean, I
Yeah.
like for Alta 4, it's a lot harder to say because I have seen way less games from him. But Turbo, it's this game was quite one-sided after the first 10 minutes, and Tagada was basically always ahead.
Yeah.
I think they should have even chances on a map like this, for sure. But it didn't look like it. So I think
It
Turbo is
really
a bit
didn't look
right
like
there.
it. Yeah.